jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Bomb Squad!
What's good, everyone? Salute to you. Everyone that's on deck. You know what it is. Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. He said, man, OG, salute. You was right, man. Ocampo gave a tough fight and made it to the cards. I definitely didn't expect that. I think I'm going to start going with you over everything. No, I don't know about that now. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just happen to have enough info on Carlos Ocampo, you know, looking at some of his fights and everything, stylistically, how he would be tough enough to go into the late rounds and, you know, with Sebastian Fundora. He said, I got Charlo beating Fundora. Mic check. So let me get the Fundora. 20 victories and 0 defeats, man. You know what I'm saying? 13 coming by way of knockout. He's only 24 years old. We already know how tall he is and everything else that goes along with it. And he's contending in the 154-pound division. What makes it interesting about this fight last night is when you take Carlos Ocampo and Erickson Lubin, no one's going to compare them in the same situation as being on the same level of boxing. People are going to look at Erickson Lubin being in there with the better competition. You know what I'm saying? He's already been in there with the champ. He didn't fare well. Then he went in there with Sebastian Fundora in an all-out war. Ocampo, not too many people know him as far as when it comes to the popularity. So Ocampo leaves after, you know, the Errol Spence fight, and he goes over there, you know, fluffs his record. You know what I'm saying? Adds some additional wins over there in a soft spot in boxing. And then he comes back. The one thing I took from him being over there, you're talking about a person who used to go over there when I was a teenager. I was in school. I came into court 17. I used to go over to Tijuana when I was a teenager and watch fights. And for somebody to spend that much time in Mexico, I say Carlos, he probably, you know, not every fighter over there is a bum. And then you have to go through certain other, you know, obstacles over there. Some of the guys are tough. You know what I'm saying? Some of the fights that you see over there, man, you like, God damn, why is it so disorganized? I felt that Ocampo, you know, even going in there with Spence and then having all these fights at 54, he was tougher than what people are going to give him credit for. And he could go in there and take a punch from Fundora if he boxed correctly. And if you looked at, if you've seen the fight, Carlos Ocampo was getting hit with some shots from Fundora. He was. But one thing he did, when Fundora fired, he fired. When Fundora fired, he fired. He kept consistent with that. Now, he looked a little wild in spurts, wild ass looping, like hook shots, winging them, wide punches instead of straight down the center. Um, he really didn't even try uppercuts on Fundora. Fundora loves to shorten his stance and fight smaller than what his 6'5.5" stature allows him to have. But Carlos just didn't have the power. Every now and then, out of that 4 points or 5 points combination, he would land maybe 2 to 1 shot. You know what I'm saying? 2 shots or just a single shot on the back end of his combination. That's once he steps forward. The beautiful thing about what Fundora was doing, he fights small sometime and still misses. You know what I'm saying? I say, duh. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker's tall as shit. And he'll bend over and fight small sometime. And when he wants to land up top to the head of his opponent, he kind of overshoots the target. You know what I'm saying? Because he raises up a little bit more instead of just staying low. And then some of the shots you see Fundora, he stays low and he shoots those short counter shots. And them motherfuckers are accurate, but his arms are so long, he can't generate enough power. That's what you get when you have a fighter that was staying close to you. Ocampo was staying close to Fundora. Really, he was staying close. When Fundora fired, he'll fire. He was staying close, so it wouldn't be no at range type of fight. If you're gonna do that, you have to keep your hands active. And people are gonna ask yourself, like, damn, how can Ocampo go the distance with him? And Erickson Lubin, who people deemed a better fighter, he couldn't even go the distance, man. Fighting styles, game plans, cardio. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, Ocampo is tougher than what he looks, man. He's tougher than what he's looked. And he only picked up his second loss, but he has bragging rights like several other fighters on Sebastian's record. He went the distance with him. Mark Nash on deck. What's good? What's good? So now it leads us to the decision that he just had over Carlos Ocampo. And what it does to him moving forward to potentially face Jermell Charlo. Now, in the post-fight conference, I did pay attention to what Sebastian Fundora was trying to relate to the people. And that is, once again, when boxers are touted as, knockout, type of technicians, not just one punch knockout, but knockout technicians to break down your opponent and everything else. He didn't get it done. And especially against a name like Ocampo, which people was like, man, this is not a harder test than Lubin. So you should go in there and get him out the way. But look, Sebastian Fundora turned around and said, yeah, I wanted to show my father I can box. Nigga, your father see you in the gym. Your father sees you in the gym, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, one fight might have made him think that, made him think I need to change things up a bit. I don't think he changed it up enough. I don't think he was really in there boxing more than what he was trying to portray to the damn audience. Like, he was making it seem like he wanted to go in there and showcase his skills in box, like Jihad Tucker did. Jihad was usually full speed on all cylinders, and he went in there and boxed his last opponent. All right. But Sebastian Fundora, it still seemed like he fought the same fight. He really wasn't putting his jab out there with conviction. The damn star swelling up Ocampo. You know what I'm saying? He was still fighting on the inside. That's what he loves to do. So now that he has the win, is he ready for Jermell Charlo? I've been on record as saying Jermell Charlo pop his jab out there with conviction. He pops that jab out there with authority. He signs paperwork with that jab. He stamps foreheads with that jab. Jermell Charlo is going to be quite different of an opponent that's stepping there with Sebastian Fundora, man. I'm telling you. The way Fundora looked when he was getting hit with some of those shots, even though they was on the backside of his combinational set, still, you're talking about Jermell Charlo, who has much more power than Ocampo, much better boxer, more strength. He's been forced to fight off the back foot before. And he has this championship experience, man. He has a championship experience to go in there and erase Fundora. He does. He has that championship experience, man. He has the experience of fighting on the inside. That's tough, man. That's tough for Fundora. He has experience of fighting on the inside. He has that championship experience. Fundora loves to fight on the inside, man. And if he does that with Jermell Charlo, he's going to find out that power is something serious, especially when he finally touches him on his chin. And also, the beard of Jermell Charlo has to be respected. Like, he was hit with some very, very solid punches. And, we've seen him in some battles where he had to fight his way up out of there. So, regardless of what others think about his cockiness, his attitude, or whatever, man, I have to give Jermell Charlo his salute when it comes down to, him earning his undisputed belts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He broke Castaño down, and he got the win. For Sebastian Fundora, he's going to have to make sure that jab is very punctual and consistent if he want to have any type of success with keeping Jermell Charlo on the outside in the early rounds to kind of do some damage. I don't think he want to go right off the back and make it an inside fight with the more stronger fighter in Mel Charlo and get touched up the way he did with Ocampo. I don't think that would be a smart idea, brother. I don't think that'd be a smart idea. And let's get something straight. Fundora doesn't have the best of chin, really. Dude has a extremely long giraffe type frame. All it takes is the right fighter to know how to systematically break him down. And Jermell Charlo is absolutely that boxer that can do that. I believe another thing that Charlo is going to be able to deliver to Fundora is body shots. That little frail, Laffy Taffy freak midsection that he has. You know what I'm saying? That Laffy Taffy. Maybe he can put a smile on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If he be consistent with a body attack with Fundora. I'm just saying. It's not like Fundora has this ironclad body armor that he can't be hurt. He's been hurt. Lubin hurt his ass. Lubin hurt him. But Lubin don't have the experience and the tool set that a Charlo has. And mark my word, man, if you touch somebody that's used to being up in the clouds and they bring their ass down to your level and you touch them with that uppercut, I'm telling you, I believe wholeheartedly that Jermell can get this guy to the canvas, man. Seriously, I think he stops at Fundora. I think he can stop Fundora in like the 7th or 8th round. Seriously. I really think he can stop Fundora in the 7th or 8th round. He's up there telling people that he want to prove to this person, that person, that he can box and all this other shit. Okay. You had plenty of other fights to prove that you can box, homie. Like you, all of a sudden you don't get the stoppage and you trying to prove to your pops you can box. You still wasn't even popping the jab out there with conviction. Every now and then you'll bounce the head back over Ocampo, but you're not doing that shit consistently. Not like they do over there in that gym. Real talk. I mean, that's what I see. Toby, what's good? D-Lo, salute to you. Don on deck. Sebastian was low-key getting touched up in rounds 1 through 3 when they were keeping space in boxing. His best work came from the inside. He can do that with Charlo. Charlo got the power. He can't do that with Charlo. Charlo got the power. True words, man. And that's what I was saying about Ocampo fighting over there in Mexico, fighting on the inside, getting all that experience. You know what I'm saying? Them cats over there in Mexico ain't trying to box. You know what I'm saying? Just like Fat Joe said, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know them 100 niggas out there, man? They ain't boxing, man. I'm just being honest. They ain't boxing. Them dudes ain't sitting up here boxing. They fighting. They fighting. So either you fight their ass and get them up out of there, else it's gonna be a long night. Ocampo say, okay, let me get on the inside. Once he was inside, it was tit for tat. Real talk. It was tit for tat, man. Fundora would throw his combination. Don't matter how many he land. Goddamn, Ocampo will come right back. Now, sometimes he was wild. He's very wild. You know what I'm saying? Erratic, loosely, shooting counters without actually trying to line up where he was trying to place the shot. But he was staying active. You know what I'm saying? You go, I go. You go, I go. You go, I go. He was consistent. He just didn't have enough power when he finally landed those shots up top. He just didn't have enough power to make him pay like Lubin. You know what I'm saying? You need that consistent shot to the body. Stick him with the hook to the body, and then either come with the hook on the outside or the uppercut, 12 o'clock up through the middle. Something to have him thinking in both spots like, damn, that shit hurt. Or double up on the hooks. His body's right there. That shit is like a motherfucking a piece of spaghetti, dog. That shit look like a strand of noodles. Somebody got to touch that body. This dude is that tall. Believe me, bro. It's just with him, I haven't seen anybody just dedicate some crucial body work to Sebastian Fundora to slow his ass down. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't seen anyone dedicate that time yet. Using this boxing top to keep my mind off Granny. Hope you're doing good, bro. For sure. Fundora too nice also. Mel got that mean aura about him. Yeah. Mel got that mean streak on him for sure. Mel's proven that he does have that dog. He can be tenacious when he wants to. And he's shown it. Seriously. He's shown it in shootouts. You know what I'm saying? He's had plenty of shootouts. Especially with Ocampo. You know what I'm saying? And he's proven that he can stand in there and bang. He's taking shots head on. You know what I'm saying? He's taking them head on. He knows how to use his footwork. He knows how to box off the back foot, uses mobility. He ain't just a flat-footed fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all wrong for Sebastian. It's all wrong. Real talk. It's all wrong. I believe when Jamel really touches Sebastian Fundora and hurt him, I think Fundora, one thing about him, that knockdown that Lubin hit him with, he felt it, but he didn't feel it like he would feel, Charlo's. He didn't feel that power. It was a flash knockdown, so to speak. Like he was knocked down, he had to take a knee, but he was putting in some work. Both fighters were putting in some work. They was in a war. You know what I'm saying? The good thing about Charlo, man, he's shown that he has knockout power in the later rounds. He's shown that his cardio is on point. That's gonna be a problem for Fundora, man. Charlo hit him with it, and he get back up, and the ref resumed the fight. I just think he'll come back with something else that's gonna hurt him somewhere else. It may not be up top. It may be to the body or something, and then come back up there. Fundora is a giraffe, man. He's not a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You know what I'm saying? He's a giraffe. You know, he's the one you see walking through the damn, walking through the layer, goddamn eating leaves off the tree and shit. You know, I don't see him eating any goddamn carnivorous type menus. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he loved plant-based food, man. Shawty, for real. Oh, I like that. That's nice, fresh green foliage. I love it. I like these leaves. And give me some of those berries over there. I love it. That's what I see when look at Fundora, man. He's a plant-based eater. He's not a meat eater, goddamn it. Charlo's a meat eater, goddamn. He smell blood. He go. I didn't know your grandmother passed away, man. Prayers to you, bro. Using the buck to keep on. I didn't even see that up there. Let me see. Oh, you must. Oh, dang. Prayers to you, bro. Grandma passed away. I didn't even see that chat up there, man. Prayers to you. No doubt. Rest in heaven to granny, man. Rest in heaven to granny. I don't even think either one of my grandmas, let me see, were they living when I was 30? I don't even know if my grandmothers was living. Nah, I can't remember seeing my grandmothers when I was that old. But yeah, prayers to you, brother. Fundora beyond tall for the division, but he had a long body to hit. He has a long body. You know what I'm saying? That upper torso from the waist up, man, bro. It's a lot of area. It's a lot of area, man, that Mel Charlo can take advantage of. It's a lot of area there that need nobody. I've seen nobody step in there with Fundora and just dig to his body. You know what I'm saying? Just soften it up, punish it. Stay consistent. Every time you come in with the jab, make sure you touch the body with the jab. Make sure you touch it with a hook. Continue to touch the body. You know what I'm saying? Soon enough, he gonna start goddamn trying to be defensively minded when you do come in with the jab, so he won't get touched to the body. And when he start trying to cover up that area, then you go over the top. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to cover the ribs and everything. You go over the top and clip him up in that area. You know what I'm saying? Where he got that long ass fucking neck. It's possible, man. This guy is possible with Fundora. For real, it's possible. He looked okay last night, but yet he said he was working on his boxing. Hey, bro, you might have been working on your boxing, but that jab, man, you wasn't. To me, it just wasn't anything to stand out. To me, that you was trying to, really enforce your jab, the presence of your jab. I just didn't see you trying to put that effort in there, bro. You popped Ocampo because he's right there in front of you to hit with a little soft jab. But Charlo has that stiff jab, man. He has a poignant jab. He's going to use that shit effectively. He's not going to just throw a touch jab out there, just to loosen up his damn rotator cuff and shoulders and deltoids. No, he's going to throw that shit with conviction. I think he gets stopped. Real talk. Yeah, man, for sure. Prayers to you, bro. Ocampo was trying to get to that body. I heard the Laos has body shot in round 1 early by Ocampo. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things like it's timing too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's timing too. The poor part about Ocampo, he was predictable in his you go, I go type of mentality. Like he was predictable. And then Fundora started reading that shit. Like every time he would get off in mid rounds, he would start to he understood that, okay, I'm throwing combinations on the inside. and Ocampo is immediately going to return those combinations. It doesn't matter where I'm at. He's going to just throw punches, because sometimes Fundora was landing, hitting Ocampo in the face, jawline, whatever, and basically turning him off center. So when Ocampo returned his counter shots, he didn't even see where he was throwing punches. That was just what they had worked on. You know what I'm saying? Remediate. He throw, you go. He throw, you go. He throw, you go. And some of the time, his eyes was, knocked off center from a punch, but yet he'd still just throw some punches. And Fundora wasn't even within range. He would just step back, let him throw his flurry, and then come back. But hey, I applaud Ocampo for whatever he was trying to do. He just didn't want to go in there and get knocked out. He had to have a plan, but Ocampo is not Charlo. Ocampo is not Charlo. We know this. I just can't even put Ocampo in there with fighting small with Charlo and think that's going to benefit him. Fighting shorter, fighting smaller, and then, him understanding he's in there with a much more power puncher like Charlo. So he's going to try to definitely stay tight, because Charlo arms are much shorter than Sebastian Fundora, obviously. So he's not going to need an incredible amount of space to generate power on his counter shots when he get close to Fundora. But Fundora, he would hit you with those little small ass hooks, those light hooks on the inside, but he really do damage if he can create space, a little bit more space, and then line you up. You know what I'm saying? Get a little bit more extension with them long ass arms he got. I mean, God blessed him with a body frame to be able to box like he does, but still he needs to create a little bit more space. You saw the shots he was hitting Ocampo with. They was flush shots, but it was almost like he was semi-smothering some of those shots, because Ocampo was staying close. He was close. You know what I'm saying? He would come over the top, catch and shoot sometime, and he'll hit Ocampo with a shot that he really haven't generated a lot of sting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of velocity on. They landed, but it wasn't anything that's crucial. Charlo, on the other hand, he's definitely going to be able to do that. He's definitely going to be able to generate more power on the inside. Do I think Sebastian is ready? I mean, he's the mandatory. I'm going to say he's ready as far as, from the eye test. He's ready to step in there for a championship berth. Yeah, why not? They babysitted him a little bit, coddled him. He's been able to still stay on the winning streak. It's time. It's time, man. If he believes he's ready, and if Charlo doesn't vacate the titles, let's see how that plays out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious to see how much longer Charlo is going to stay at 154. But if indeed he gets past Tszyu and then sets up a fight with Fundora, I really see him stopping him. I really see Fundora getting knocked out, bro. See, King Mitch on deck. What's good, Mitch? Yo, Campbell was standing square in front of Fundora too. Feet were side by side, not in boxing proper stance. Excuse me. He looked great in one 1, 3, 4. Once he started landing on Fundora, standing square, it was over. Even sometime when you saw Ocampo standing there like he was, it almost like he was standing on his toes. He was just trying to be there, like he knew Fundora was gonna, fire off. I guess it got to a point where Ocampo say, "I don't think he can hurt me." You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at Ocampo. Ocampo got a pretty big head, and he just don't look. He looks like when he fights, he look a little goofy, but you can tell he's tough, man. You can tell he's a tough guy. And sometimes when he was standing squared up in front of Fundora, it seemed like he was on his heels a little, not heels, his toes a little bit, leaning over, just trying to wait to get his shots off. I said, "Oh, this dude gonna get stopped. Oh, you keep on doing that shit, you're gonna get stopped, bro." I mean, it was so awkward looking, man. But he survived. He survived. Real talk. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think Fundora was trying to go for the kill to close the fight. I don't think he was trying to go for the kill. I don't think so. I think he found out, man, I ain't gonna get this guy up out of here. He tougher than what I thought. I'm not gonna be able to get him up out of here. So let me impress Dad. Let me go over here and box this dude. I like the Tower Inferno a lot. He has to stop fighting to the level of his competition, though. Shouts to Ocampo for being game. Dude was gas. I seen other guys give up, and I seen other guys give up in that position. Yeah, man, that height overwhelms them. That height, and then they don't see some of the punches that's being connected. Absolutely. Green Machine got a win. Let's go with Big Blunts. Hold on for a second, brother. Green Machine got a win. Too bad they're about to feed him to Jerron Ennis. No, man. That ain't bad at all, bro. That ain't bad at all. I watched that fight, man. He dropped Fox twice. You know what I'm saying? He was bringing the pain in that fight. You know what I'm saying? He was bringing the pain in that fight. Thanks, bro. What's going on, Big Blunts, man? And condolences once again to your granny, bro.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yeah. I appreciate that to everybody too. Lost her last night around 2:30 in the morning. She had dementia. She body just shut down. She had stopped eating, stopped drinking, all that. So it's been a long ride, but
your grandma stayed with you?
Nah. She was in she was in a assisted living and all.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as that fight last night, man, you said all that needed to be said so far, but what you haven't touched on is Jack Reese, man. You know what I'm saying? Did you see what was going on with Jack Reese last night?
I mean, I just have to see what you're talking about. I'm a listener right now. So what?
Yeah.
So talk
to me. Shit. Hold on. That gas. But yeah. So I mean, I got the fight recorded. I have to go back and look at it on my computer here, but I'm pretty sure I forgot what round it was. But Jack Reese came and stepped in and said he was getting ready to stop the fight.
Oh, you talking about that? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen that.
But as you heard the commentators, they were like, "How you gonna stop the fight? Because the fighter ain't performing how you want them to perform." You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. What he was on didn't make no sense. Then I guess a round or two later, he walked over there and was like, "I want you to find it, Ocampo's team for deliberately costing us time. We ain't gonna take a point, but we are gonna take money." Like, what the fuck was Jack Reese doing last night, man? What the fuck? I got on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Twitter was talking crazy. What the fuck is Jack Reese on? It's the Jack Reese show tonight. So, I mean, I got the fight recorded. I have to watch it back.
It just goes to show you once again, man. I always
interviewed him.
Yeah, I interviewed him, but it always Comes back down to this when it comes to the third man in the ring. They will always have an influence on the results of these fights that they want to fix. Always. There's no way around that shit. They will always have influence, man. Jack Reese to go over there and try to get Fundora a stoppage when the fight was actually pretty decent. But he's going over there trying to get a stoppage, you know, and not give Ocampo the opportunity to fight his way. You know, he wasn't even taking no serious amount of damage. You can't look at freaking Ocampo like you did Lubin. The activity was different. The output was different. Man, I'm telling you, these referees will always receive the orders, just like Lawrence Cole did with freaking Yordenis Ugas. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence Cole ain't going nowhere. He's embedded in this boxing game. You know how many fights, controversial fights he's been a part of, and they continue to put this man in there because his pops and how connected he is in the sport. Yeah. Jack Reese the same way. Jack Reese the same way. He was gonna go over there and counsel this man from having a full opportunity to fight to the bell or to go on his shield. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Now it all makes sense, right? How Deontay didn't want him to come back after that long count. You know, how he felt some type of way about people saying that, hey, it was a long count that you gave him. And he sure enough tried to extract that, man. He tried to freaking he tried to steal a moment from Ocampo, who was doing fairly decent in there with Fundora. He tried to find some damn crazy ass, you know what I'm saying, decision to say, oh, well, you know, you're not looking. These motherfuckers don't care what the crowd boos. They don't care about none of that shit. They getting paid. They know what the orders are.
Yeah.
They're doing their fucking job, man. But they're manipulating people while doing their job.
What was I gonna say? Mike Coppin just said something last night about it. Let me see. Oh, he said Mike Coppin just said never seen this before. Referee Jack Reese just went over to a California commission member and said he wanted the Carlos Ocampo corner fine for stalling when 10-second warning was given. Sebastian Fundora in control of a fun fight. But yeah, the shit he was doing, I mean, people wasn't too pleased with Jack Reese's performance last night.
See, they try to say, you know, this is not the first time that it's been stalling, you know, in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an old school rule. Sometimes, you know, waste ice over there in the corner. You got to clean up the ice. Too much water over there in the corner. I mean, anything to get their fighter a little bit of extra time to recover. You know what I'm saying? That's not the first time. If he felt that he was stalling, how you gonna just lay down the hammer like that? You trying to say, like somebody mentioned, motherfucker said there ain't nothing on his shots. So it's nothing on his shots. So you trying to say I can be Paulie, but yet I can't be Lubin. You know what I'm saying? I can be Paulie, but I can't be Lubin. Lubin face look all to be damn, but they still let him keep fighting after he got up. You know what I'm saying? They let him get up. But then you're gonna talk about he don't have nothing on his shots? Come on, bro. That's crazy. The man was still up there fighting his ass off to stay in the fight. See, that's why Jack is getting all this backlash, man. He has to do that to keep his job, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna find. So Jack Reese went over there and requested that the corner over Campo be fined for stalling.
That was crazy how he just, like, we heard everything he said. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to fine him for stalling. That's what he went over there. He leaned over the ropes and said that to him. I want you guys to fine them. We're not going to take a point, but we are going to take his money.
Wow.
He said that shit. We heard that shit. Crazy.
Wow.
And then, man, come on, man. I think after maybe the 10th or the 11th, you know, he was looking at Ocampo hard, and then he kind of like shrugged at the end of the round and was like, "He's getting stronger." Like, the fuck? He was never really out of the fight.
Nah, it just, he has to understand. He's been around and seen so many fights, man. Fuck that. I'm not even going into the explanation. He understands it. He gets it. He's been in so many fights, man. He was just trying to damn rob Ocampo of finishing the fight on his feet, man. Like hearing the final bell. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have the same hematomas that freaking Erickson Lubin had on his damn facial structure. Erickson Lubin had knots all in the middle of his freaking bridge of his nose and all that shit. Ocampo didn't. You know
And
what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm about to see if I can pull it. I'm pulling the fight back up right now, but and then there was that round where the Ocampo's team and they corner thought that they said the fight was over. You know what I'm saying? Like we all had a what the fuck is going on moment briefly. Right. I think that might have been right before the stalling. All right, hold on. So this right here when Jack Reese went into the corner. Round 8. So after round 8, Jack Reese went into the corner and was like, he don't look good. He's falling over. And the commentator goes, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm listening to the shit right now. He's taking a lot of punishment. We're not gonna let this go on unless he brings his hands up. Like, what are you talking about? And then
Jack
they went
Reese was
over
on
there.
he was on his bag, man.
And so
Jack
look,
Reese was standing on his bag for real.
so going into the ninth, they almost went over there and stopped the fight. When he was like, "Necesito pelea." You know what I'm saying?
Called the doctor in there.
Yeah, going into the ninth round. So Jack Reese, they jumped. Ocampo jumped up off the seat like, "Wait, hold on, y'all stopping the fight? Like, what the fuck is going on?" And then that's when Jack Reese like, "Listen, necesito pelea." I guess that means you need to throw your hands up, or you need to pick your hands up, whatever. But you know, the commentators they went the fuck in. They was saying a whole bunch of shit. So by the time Jack Reese said, "I want y'all to find him and take his money," they was like, "Listen, we said enough already as it is. We ain't gonna say nothing about that." But it was just like shit on top of one thing on top of the other with Jack Reese. Jack, yeah, that's what I tweeted that, D-Lo. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but I tweeted that. I said, find Jack Reese for that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because what the fuck? I said, Jack need to get fired and then find Jack Reese. Shit was crazy.
Do you remember the co-main event for Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Sanders when Lawrence Cole was refereeing the fight? And it was Edwin Soto, right? Edwin Soto was 18-1, I think. And Katsunari Takayama had like 32 victories, 8 defeats. But it was a damn good fight, man. Very good fight. And if you look on the box rec, he was stopped in the 9th round when they was exchanging. Nobody was hurt. They was exchanging. Lawrence Cole just stopped the motherfucking fight so Canelo and Billy Joe Sanders can come to the ring, man. Like they was on time restraints. They just gave that man an L, dog. And he was banging it out with Soto. Like they didn't have to do Takayama like that. You know what I'm saying? These was like the flyweight guys. And he just stopped the fight out of nowhere, bro. These referees be on some damn shit, dog. For real. Some of them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They gotta rob some motherfuckers to keep their damn employment. Something, man. Seriously, they gotta work. They work for the promotion and all that shit, man. They trying to raise Fundora up. That's another thing. That's another thing we have to look at too. You know, if Charlo beats Tszyu, is he gonna have a fair fight with Fundora? Because Charlo, the older fighter, and Fundora is only 24 years old.
Yeah, you see that thing I retweeted, tagged you in this morning?
What you retweeted what?
So Rick Glazer tweeted this morning at 7:43 said he tagged at Terrence Crawford. He said, Spence and Hammond are jerking you on money And now Floyd's saying they're trying to age you out, being more inactive. Plus, Heyman doesn't really want it. You're losing money sitting around waiting on these mofos. Move on and control your own destiny, champ. Just think about that.
Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, I see that now. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know that shit. I'm gonna repost that. Yeah, man. Rick Glacier been on fire lately, ain't he?
I'm saying,
God,
man,
he been on fire
shit
with this Crawford Spence deal for real.
Yeah.
He ain't been playing. He ain't lying though, for real. He ain't lying, man.
Hell yeah. But yeah, like you saying in this right here, man, look, I don't see how anybody after last night's performance could think that Fundora beats Charlo. I want to say before this performance, after Erickson Lubin, I thought maybe Fundora would have a chance with it, but when I saw Campbell's work through the first, that's why I say he looked great rounds 1 through 3 and 4. Basically, he was keeping the distance. He was able to touch Fundora with the left hand over the top. He was hitting that body. I heard loud body shots from Ocampo at the start. And
you don't think it was more so slapping than just?
I think it could have been trying to get that. Yeah, I think it could have been trying to reach beyond. Just trying to reach out there and get it and let it touch him. I do think he had some slapping shots, but when I think about it in relation to Charlo, I think Charlo's not. That shit ain't gonna be a slap. He gonna feel that shit. And I think if Erickson Lubin was able to drop him and Ocampo was able to touch him up from the distance, but also get his shit off inside, man, I just see Charlo breaking Fundora in half. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a nice little defense, and then I move on up if I was him.
Hold on for a second. Hey, what up, Sheldon?
WCS, what's up with you, baby? How y'all feeling?
I'm good, man.
What's the deal? How you doing?
Chopping it up.
Yeah, man. I went to the fight last night. I was there. Yeah, that cat's not ready for. He's not ready for Mel yet. I mean, he's a good little fighter, as they say. You know what I'm saying? But Ocampo is not that much, and Ocampo was on him. The fight was a lot closer than the cards, in my opinion, because I was watching it myself. So, fight was a lot closer than the cards, and I think personally, Fundora would have a problem with Tszyu.
Oh yeah, I mean Tszyu once again can box. His whole frame when he's boxing in front, just like he did Terrell Goucher, is much more disciplined than Ocampo. You know what I'm saying? And Lubin. So but one thing again, Tszyu, he gets hit too. He just stands there and try to, act like he's the Terminator. He gets popped too.
Yeah, that's what they do. They just want to exchange punches. I mean, I don't understand why a guy of his height won't fight from the outside. I mean, it just makes perfect sense.
What is this nigga? Man, I need to go on Twitter because I be putting tweets out and mug be responding to me. Dude, what are you talking? Anyway, I'll respond to that later. Hey, what do you thought about the situation that happened with Jack Reese when he was attempting to stop the fight? Did y'all know what was going on out there in the audience or what?
No, we didn't know what was happening. We saw Fundora hitting with some clean shots. And they're like Jack Reese called a doctor in. I mean, he got hit with some clean shots. It really wasn't that, in my opinion, that would have stopped the fight. But he was getting hit clean.
Yeah, he was getting hit clean, but I mean, he didn't get knocked down once. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was taking them pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I think he was absorbing them pretty nice, but it's a boxing match at the end of the day.
I think Jack Reese is trying to err on the side of caution. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a lot of these refs, in my opinion, they don't want nobody getting hurt or damaged or going to the hospital on their watch, if that makes sense. So they all trying to err on the side of caution.
Oh, Jack Reese trying to err on the side of caution. Oh, that's strange.
Yeah, that sounds strange to me with somebody who got that much controversy on their name. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
that's a bit strange. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Now he want to err on the side of caution, huh? Okay. You know,
He should have called it off Fury ass. Fury ass was sleeping dreamland and shit.
Exactly. You literally brought Fury back to life, and you're talking about erring on the side of caution. Shit, this nigga know he was wrong, man.
He was still conscious because he was able to hold his knee up.
Yeah, he was able to hold his leg up, and that means he had mobility. His mechanics was still functional. What about his head though? What about him being disorientated? No, his leg took care of that. Shit, this dude, man.
I mean, y'all going to. I see where y'all going. Y'all going back to him, damn near yelling at Tyson Fury to get up.
Yeah, man. Like, this one thing. These referees are like judges, man. These referees, they're gonna be around in the ring for quite some time, even when they older. And certain people think they don't supposed to be doing this no more. And then they're gonna make these dumbass decisions. But you're talking about referees that's gonna be embedded in the sport for a while. You know, they're gonna be embedded in the sport, old and still working fights. And nobody can tell us that Jack Reese it hasn't had controversial attached to his name, just like Lawrence Cole. You know what I'm saying? Even freaking Kenny Bayless at certain points.
Yeah, well, Lawrence Cole is just bad. I mean, Lawrence Cole, in my opinion, his biggest deal for me is Lawrence Cole wants to be the star. He wants to be involved in the fight just as much as the fighters do.
I always go back to the first time I actually met him in person. I knew who he was, but I really didn't know him until as far as research. And when I took a picture with him over in Texas, somebody called me. Somebody I didn't even know. He said, "Hey, come here for a second." He said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm just, WCS Media." Da, da, da. He said, "You know who you just took a picture with?" I said, "Yes, the referee. Like Lawrence Cole. He's the absolute worst." They say he's the absolute worst, man. I was like, God damn. And they start rambling off all the shit that he had controversy, what he did in boxing that was controversial. I was like, wow, I didn't know that, man.
Well, his dad, I hear, is like the president of the boxing, the athletic commission in Texas or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people. I say his dad, because of his dad, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Lawrence Cole ain't going nowhere. Period. He's anchored in here. He has the connections, his pops. He ain't going nowhere. So it's plenty of other fighters that's gonna continue to get screwed over by freaking Lawrence Cole. Guarantee it. But as far as them trying to stop the fight with Ocampo, bro, they felt like he was expendable. They felt like he wasn't a big name. They're not trying to get him into a title shot contention. They're trying to move.
Well, bro, here's another thing I want to express to you, bro. I was at that fight last night. Now that venue is small. It's the tennis venue that they built for Venus and Serena up in Carson. So it only holds like 7,000 to 8,000, right? You would be lucky. I'm being generous if I say there was 1,200 people there. I'm being generous. I paid $35 for my ticket. That tells you how big this fight was. I paid $35.
Okay, you saying you paying $35 for what again?
For my ticket to the fight.
I know. I'm just trying to clarify what fight you're talking about.
Fundora versus Ocampo. I paid $35.
Oh my God. Wow. $35. Amazing. Where were you sitting at? Were you down in the middle?
I could have sat anywhere I wanted to.
Oh,
I could have sat front row if I felt like it.
It was that motherfucking empty. God,
it was that empty.
Wow, unbelievable. And they was at the Dignity, right? Out there in
Dignity
Carson.
Hill Sports Park, yeah.
Black and Damn, that's what it is, man. They're trying to build this guy up. I don't know
how you gonna build a guy up, but he can't even drop 1,500.
I don't know, man. They feel somehow, some way they can get him a championship. They don't know how far he's gonna go in this boxing game, but let me ask you this, dude. How do you think his sister look? Because they keep tagging her along and everything.
They fight the same way. Neither one of them move their head.
Man.
Neither one of them are gonna last long. You got to move your head in this game, man. They don't move their head. They always on center line.
I think it's pretty tough when you have a tall structure like that and your joints and everything.
Yeah.
It just seems like it'll be tough to have that side to side, or that front to back movement. I don't know.
Well, they ever put him in there with a guy who has boxing skill, like a Charlo, or even a Tony Harrison, or a guy who can really punch like a Charlo, he's gonna get hit. And he's gonna get hurt because he doesn't move his head.
Yeah,
and he gives up his height and he gives up his reach. So it's not gonna be hard to find him because he doesn't use his attributes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you get a guy who can really swat, and a guy against a guy who don't use his attributes is right there to be hit. It's not gonna end well for him, bro.
Hey, Dan Rayfield said Fundora is 154, but as tall as Anthony Joshua and has the reach of Tyson Fury. He just has no idea how to use it to his advantage.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. Why are you fighting on the inside, bro? Why? You could crush these dudes if you knew how to box.
He may feel that he is boxing on the inside, though. You know what I'm saying? It's still boxing on the inside.
It is. It is. But I've always been under the impression, right, that boxing is the sport of the art of hitting and not getting hit. This guy loves to get hit.
Man, get to that chat, OG, real quick. Oh, son.
Go watch the end of Butte versus Librado Andrade 1. That shit was criminal. Okay, I'll do that. There, D-Lo, appreciate you. Montiel got his extra soft and flabby ass in there and made Adams look like the Donna's Arsenal.
No, let's take that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that because that's the same Adams. Let me catch up with that right quick, show. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
The Martinez and the Lubin fight confirms to me that Charlo may stop Fundora. In fact, I felt that was very fortunate for Martinez. Jack Reese brought Fury back to the dead. Fundora will sit tight and wait for the winner of Charlo versus Tszyu. A focus on Tony Harrison can be challenging. Now, I don't want Tony Harrison to step in there with Fundora. But go ahead, show.
No, I was gonna say let's not do that in the chat. Let's not do that because that same flabby, no footwork, goofy looking ass Montiel, Charlo went life and death with him. This guy got him out of there. 3 rounds. Got his punk ass up out of there. So let's not do that.
Carlos he looks sharp though. You know what I'm saying? He looks sharp. Percent them that made Wilder kill Areola. I think he rough Wilder versus either Molina or Duopas. I like Gabriella, Sweet Poison Fundora, and the Tower Inferno said she'd be champ before him. I mean, he can boost his sister up all he want to, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Boost her up all he want. In boxing, there's plenty belts out there for the taking. So I'm not saying he wrong. It's a possibility she can become champion before he does. It's a possibility because in the women's side, they become champions all the time. They pick up belts, release belts, pick them up, release them. Hey, that's the way of the land, bro. What you got to say on it, Bunts? As far as Fundora moving forward, should he fight somebody else before freaking Charlo, or just wait on Charlo?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Fight somebody before you fight Charlo. Charlo gonna fuck you up and then set you back. You gonna have to rebuild for a little bit. So
I don't think it's gonna set him back there, Bunts.
You don't think so?
I don't think so because he's young, right? And one loss for some fighters, especially Mexican fighters, it don't mean shit. Now, for a black fighter, it means something. But to me, when it comes to a Mexican fighter, no, man, they lose and then they be right back in the motherfucking ring fighting somebody else. You're like, what?
What you think about all right, so what you think about this fight right here? Fundora or You just said you don't want to see Harrison, but Fundora Harrison, Fundora Castaño. What you think about that? Either Castaño or Harrison.
They both PBC fighters. The fight is easy to make.
Yeah, it's easy to make. It's all about who we want to see as far as who's going to get destroyed the least. You know what I'm saying? We already seen Lubin. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at how these two fighters are going to go in there, to me, the I don't know, as far as their skill set goes, in my opinion, I want to see Castaño because he has a much more active style. You know what I'm saying, with his punches and everything, letting his hands go. I don't know, Tony Harrison, man. I'm not sure what's gonna happen once he start getting touched up. He's gonna have a lapse in focus and judgment. Is he gonna start dancing to the crowd and shit? Is he gonna, I don't know what the fuck, dog. Like he looked good in his last fight. Yeah, he's a boxer.
Yeah,
but
pure
have
boxer.
we ever seen him box somebody like Fundora? He does have a win over Jamel Charlo, the same person that we saying that beat Sebastian Fundora. That'd be a good fight, man. Either name. That'd be a damn good fight, bro. He a complete boxer for sure. I like Tony Harrison.
I think I don't know. I think if Tony Harrison comes in focused, I think he could beat Fundora on points. Outboxing him. That's what it's gonna be. I don't think an inside fight is where it's at. I think and what I saw from Ocampo last night was great defense on that jab. When they were, like I said, man, that first 1 to 4 rounds, man, Ocampo was. It's like you know them long ass jab sticks they be using to train fighters with. You know what I'm saying? That long ass arm, man. It was so easy for Ocampo to just pull, slip, roll. You know what I mean? Under that joint. At first he wasn't getting touched up. Like I said, man, as soon as he started laying on Fundora, it was over with. You know what I'm saying? Standing square, laying on him. They even said it in the commentators. He's standing squared up, like foot wasn't back, back foot wasn't back, or none of that. Feet side by side, just laying on him, waiting for Fundora to swing, and then he would swing. But I'm saying if any of these guys, any of these top guys, Castaño, Harrison, or Charlo, play that game with Fundora, Fundora's not gonna be able to. I don't think he's gonna be able to take that shit. And we saw, like nigga said, we saw Lubin put him down. How in the fuck would none of these other guys sit Fundora down? That's like, it's bound to happen. So I want to see Harrison next up, man. I know Harrison said something after the Danny Garcia fight about fighting Danny Garcia, but I don't know. You know, if Harrison's in that kind of mind frame, then Harrison might not be ready for a Fundora, right? So shit, trying to fight somebody like Garcia. But yeah, if not Harrison, then Castaño for sure. And I think Castaño will be up for the test. But
mention Garcia. What do y'all think about DSG fighting Fundora? He just came up there. He trying to make a name for himself. 54.
I want to see it, but it probably wouldn't happen until Fundora became a champ or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that? Why you think?
I don't know. I feel like
he already a two-way champion. You know what I'm saying? He already established.
But I mean, how quick? I mean, you know, how soon they gonna move him up to do that? Don't he got to get? They probably gonna put him around a few other niggas. Why wouldn't they put? Is Jose Benavidez staying at 154? Where are these niggas ranked at?
Jose Benavidez, man. You know, he damn near was fighting like once a year. So I definitely don't want to see him in there. He's restricted.
I think Danny and his daddy are selective, and they would, like my man Blunt was saying, they probably wouldn't fight Fundora unless he had a strap.
Yeah. What did Pop say last night? Danny turned down $3 million to fight Bud. Danny. I don't see Danny fighting Fundora off the rip, man.
He turned down $3 million to fight Bud twice.
Twice? Oh man, y'all just keep dropping bombs on me, dog. Keep dropping bombs on me. Shit I never knew. I ain't know it was the first time. It was 2 times, god damn it. That's crazy.
I mean, you
Get
know,
him?
we all know, bro, that the fighters really know what it is. Ain't nobody, you know, you hear all this yapping and this and that, and ain't nobody trying to rush up in the ring with Crawford, man.
Well, the
Yeah.
YTC don't think that way.
Well, of course they don't. The cats are, you know, from the southern part of the country who believe that Earl Spence is, you know, the bee's knees.
I'm surprised they ain't talking about Terrence Crawford go out there and fight Sebastian Fundora.
I
Because
bet you Fundora don't want that. I bet you
Fundora,
Sebastian don't want that.
Fundora was talking about he'll move down here and fight Errol Spence moving down to fight Errol Spence at 147. I'd like to see that because he'd get his ass slayed.
Yeah, that wouldn't be smart. But go ahead. If you think you that tough, go ahead and move down and see what
Who
Spence
said
do to
that?
you.
Sebastian
Fundora.
Fundora, man.
Said he'll move down.
He'll come down to
Do
47.
he got any more weight to lose?
Man, you
Like
know,
you
they're probably
said, he's skinny
goddamn.
skeleton, man. He's skinny
They're,
skeleton. I don't
they're
see no.
shorting up his stomach. It's already like the size of his palm of his hand and shit. They're damn near take that out, remove a kidney, whatever, man. Dude is like 7 feet tall in the division. Well, certain people think he just weight bullying, but he making a weight. He ain't weight bullying.
And he making it easy, WCS. He coming in 153. He's not coming in 54 on the nose. He coming in 53 and some change.
So he a light motherfucker though. I'm telling you, he eating plants and leaves in between fights, man. That dude eating berries. Shit, plant-based food, vegan.
We got instead of Tony Harrison, so we got Tony Harrison, Brian Castano. We got who else we say that could possibly fight? We said Danny Garcia,
DSG.
Jose Benavidez.
DSG,
We got
yeah.
Liam Smith. We got
Beefy?
Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas probably won't get him yet. You know what I'm saying? But
No.
one
Xander
day-
ain't ready for no Fundora, in my opinion.
No, they're not ready for him. But Beefy might be. I think Beefy might be ready.
We can't forget Soul City Boxing. Charles Conwell's out there too. That'll be a good fight for Charles if he can get that.
You think Charles is ready?
Man, Charles is a beast, dog. Shit.
I know he's a
Bad
monster, but
news.
you think he's ready for this dude?
Hey, Charles is bad news, dog. He's bad
IBF
news.
got him ranked
Now,
number 4
let me
above
ask you
Brian
this.
Castano.
If he hadn't got the if Fundora hadn't got the Lubin fight, Lubin versus Conwell, who you had?
Man, I have to go with Charles Conwell, bro.
Wow. Okay.
I had to go with Charles Conwell, man. Charles Conwell's a beast, man. He haven't got his shot yet, but he's in the top motherfucking, 10, like most of the sanctioned bodies.
5.
Yeah, top 5 in some of them, but I know he in the top 10 in the WBO.
And who he signed with? Who's he signed with?
He signed his managers, David McWhorter, Split Team Management.
Okay.
So
do they have a relationship with the Heyman clan?
who McWhorter do business with everybody. He's a manager.
Well, shit, let's line that up. Let's see that. If my man needs to stay busy because he's not going to get no Charlo fight anytime soon.
You know
If
what?
he needs to stay busy, let's pick Charles Conwell. Let's see what you really got.
Conwell, he from Detroit, so they'll probably give him the Harrison. Since they both from Detroit.
That'd be a good fight too.
The baddest man from
That'd be
Detroit.
a good fight. That'd be a good fight.
He just came off a 19-9 guy, Abraham Juarez Ramirez. He stopped him in the 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? That's this year. So
see, now that's what you're supposed to do with 19-9 guys, right?
yeah. So I like Conwell, man. Like real talk, I gotta get him back on here again, man. I like Conwell. He's a tough fighter. Who else up there? You got Yoelvis Gomez, Madrimov, Israel Madrimov. Charles, man, I don't know, man. When you talk about the top of the heat, that's usually Liam Smith, Tszyu, Soro, Tony Harrison. I mean, Tony Harrison's name is up there. I'm not really trying to see Tony Harrison fight Jermell Charlo again, man.
No, I don't want to see that again either.
He's you know, it's a
Trilogy
1-on-1
fight,
there.
man.
Look, I was just about to say that, Blunt. Like I'm being a hypocrite because I sat up there and entertained a little bit of Canelo and freaking Triple G. But this fight, if Jermell fight Tony Harrison in a trilogy, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it because he did win the first one. And you know, Jermell got his belt back. So
Right.
that would be a legitimate trilogy. It won't be like Canelo. They did a draw and then Canelo won the second one. It take them motherfucking 20 years to come back to the ring. So
Yeah.
I recant that. I like to see Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo. Yeah, I'll recant that.
See this chat real quick, OG. D-Lo.
D'Lo said Cash Stone is one of the smallest 154 pounders. I think it's a bad matchup for him versus Fundora. For Harrison, is usually the concern be the last 1/3 of the fight, but he can definitely outbox him though. One thing I seen in his last fight, man, he was fighting very, very intelligent, man. That dude can box. Tony Harris can box, man. I'm gonna do what I want in the chat.
He talking to Shelton.
I'm gonna do what I want in the chat. My TL ain't show up. Look like pure shit. Shouts to Adams. He handled business, but I was disappointed. Man, you always welcome on the panel there, Mitch. You know, if you ain't working. You know what I'm saying? DSG need to fight someone at 54 or get out the way. I mean, he just fought Jose Benavidez, man. He dropped down from 160. I know he's a former 47, but hey, he fought Benavidez. It was selective, just like they said on here. Selective. DSG team is very selective. Matchmaker Jermell Charlo already said Bud and Fundora should fight. Look, that's what I don't respect about Jermell Charlo, because he's trying to put Terrence Crawford off on everybody except him saying himself, I want to fight Bud. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is getting old with him, bro. Why y'all think he's just putting
to my man Mitch? If Montiel wasn't shit, but he went life and death with Charlo, and Adams got him out of there in 3 rounds, let's get Charlo in there with Adams there.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
What if Montiel looked at Charlo like this is a make or break for my career, and what if he overlooked the damage? Like, nigga, I done fought Charlo and went to war with him. I'm finna do this man in. Totally underestimated, came in and got work. I think we gotta know where we gotta know where these fighters' heads be at the time they fighting certain people. They probably think a certain way, train a certain way for certain people, and then get the next guy and don't give it the same effort that they gave, the champion. So
well, let's see. But that's my point. Let's see. Since we want to say, oh, well, he wasn't ready or he didn't train. That's not nobody's fault but his own. So Adam has knocked his ass out. Charlo didn't. Point blank, period.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Let's put Carlos Adames in with Jamal Charlo. Since Jamal said he ain't got nobody to fight, now you do. You got somebody to fight. Fight this dude.
Oh, man,
and he's the mandatory #1 contender. So fight him.
Who Adames is?
After last night. Yes, sir.
Yeah, WBC is for sure.
It's very interesting, man.
Yeah, you said everybody ducking you. Everybody ducking you. Nobody want to fight Jamal Charlo. Okay, Jamal Charlo, I don't just want to fight you.
That's so crazy to believe, though. So wait, hold. Okay. So Charlo is okay. So everybody been talking about Charlo not fighting nobody. He ain't got no fights coming up. What's going on with Charlo? We got Adames, Munguia, Chris Eubank. That's the top 3 right there for the WBC. So is it Charlo trying to fight Golovkin or Lara? And he definitely ain't trying to fight Janabek, I don't think. But is it Charlo so pressed to fight Golovkin or Lara, but not none of these other guys? Adames, Munguia, Eubank, Murata. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about what Al says. It's all about who Al wants them to fight.
Yeah, I believe that these guys want the highest bag for the least risk.
That's fair.
It's all about what Al wants. That's all I'm saying. Adames would be a good name though. Seriously, they have a common opponent. Boxing loves common opponents, especially the way Adames is. It's funny how Charlo went and did what he did, and he couldn't get him up out of there, but Adames did, and people's like they're not using the same energy when common opponents are based between Crawford and Spence. But just keeping on topic though, it'll be good. You know what I'm saying, to see him go in there and test his will against somebody like Charlo, but he has the weight. You know what I'm saying? He has to line himself up, man. See what Al Heyman has to say about it, because he got Tszyu, and then after that, he probably gonna have Fundora. I don't know about it. I don't know, bro.
No, Adames fights at 60. I'm talking about Big Maul.
Yeah.
Adames fights at 160.
I thought you was talking about. So he had this fight at 60, or he just moved up to 60?
He's the number one contender
down to 54
in the WBC mandatory for the middleweight championship.
Adames is, yeah.
But did he just move up though?
I don't know when he moved up. I know he's the number one contender now, and he's the mandatory challenger now for the middleweight title.
Let me check his box rec right quick, because I could have sworn. So he moved up, about 2 fights ago. Yeah. So I was still looking at him like he was at 54, but he moved up 2 fights ago. So yeah, he did used to fight at super welterweight. Yep.
So here's a question too. What do y'all see coming out of? Do y'all think Jamal is possibly waiting? And question for the chat also, what y'all think too? Jamal, do y'all think he's waiting? You got 2 old champions in Golovkin and Lara with the WBA. You know what I'm saying? Do you think he's waiting on these dudes to get the fuck up out of here soon? Because Golovkin 40 and Lara 39. I mean,
Triple G, I could have sworn that he said he was willing to face Jamal Charlo now. You know what I'm saying? He said he was willing to face him. So that'll be a unification fight for all 3 titles, WBC, WBA, and IBF. So like I was saying, I said this like maybe last week. I said that'll provide Jamal Charlo the opportunity to unify 160 and fight the WBO Janabek, just like his brother did. Unify all the collective titles, and then scoop up the WBO if he can as the last fight. That'll look even better in his career, because he's a 2-weight champion already. He just haven't unified and did nothing at 60.
Hey, didn't we have reports, fellas? Didn't we have reports that Triple G is supposed to be lining up with Lara?
Lara? You said Lara?
Yeah,
I haven't heard about that.
Triple G was supposed to be lining up with him.
I mean, I said Lara because I don't even see the sense in that. Like, I don't see the sense in that. But it is what it is, man. This boxing shit, when it comes to the rankings, Lara Golovkin, I'd rather see Maul face another champion. That's what I want to see. He didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Yoda Murata was sitting there forever and a day, dude. Got the title via email. He didn't fight for a while, and then they finally fought. I mean, I don't even want to see Arislandi Lara fight Gennady. I want to see some of the big names. Either Charlo or Janabek fight Gennady or fight each other, Janabek and Charlo. You know what I'm saying? The 60 is just like the worst division in boxing, bro.
Well, with these new style fan bases, they rep promotional companies instead of fighters. So
get out there, window.
I doubt that Janabek and Charlo will happen, because what's the word they use? WCS, they're on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah, wrong side of the street. A person that that doesn't come on often. It did, but it quickly went away. Was Hami McGear. I'd like to see Mark Charlo fight Hami.
Well, that leads to the
Tommy
chat right
moved up
there.
to
Jay
68,
Ace
bro.
said. Jay Ace just said after this message you got up on the screen right here. He said McGee don't want no smoke.
Did he pull out the fight? I thought he was calling out Charlo at one point. You know, I thought he was calling out Charlo at one point. Fundora will destroy Xander for next 2 years, easy. Yeah, man.
He was calling out Maul until he moved up to 68.
Who?
Mungia.
Hey, not yeah. But hey, Mark J just said 160 not too bad. Hey, now that I agree with that. A lot of people been saying the middleweight wasn't shit, and OG, you just said it too. Ain't shit go. I think that's what it is. Ain't shit going on at middleweight. It's not that it's a bad division because there's some niggas up there. You know what I'm saying? I think Janabek's a beast. Eubanks in the rankings. McGee is up there. Like we said, Adames, Murata, Derevianchenko, Lara Golovkin. It's some champions up there. You know what I'm saying? Some great fighters up there. It's just they not making no action out of the middleweight division. You know what I'm saying?
These fighters is moving up, right? They can always move back down. They're not stuck. I mean, if they take a fight at a certain weight, maybe the paycheck was right. You feel me? Like maybe the paycheck was right, but some of these fighters are just stepping up in weight, and that doesn't mean they have to, seal their campaign. Just stay at that weight, because if indeed Hami moved up to 68, what is he looking for up there? I mean, Canelo said he ain't fighting no more Mexicans. So who are you looking to fight up there? You gonna fight Benavidez? Benavidez with a strong, but I know he about to try to take fights at 175. And I'm just saying, who is Hami gonna fight up there? How's this whole thing mixing up? That's what boxing comes into, this hocus pocus shit, dog.
Hey,
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question right quick. So we got this fight on November 5th. We got Zerto and Bivol, right?
Right.
Zerto beats Bivol. Okay. If Zerto beats Bivol, will Canelo's fan base demand that he fight Zerto Ramirez?
I mean, I
That's
heard
what
this
I
question
asked the other day. Yeah, that's what I asked
Yeah.
OG. Shit. I'm like, he said he wasn't gonna fight no more Mexicans. Zerto's Mexican. He sparred Zerto. They sparred. Zerto was Canelo's sparring partner at one point. So,
but he has to keep his word, though.
Exactly.
He has to keep his word, though. If he ain't gonna fight no more Mexican and Zerto beats Bivol, then you can't come up there and fight Zerto.
But wait. Oh, no. Wait, hold on. We missing that Canelo clarified this already back when back on the post-fight press conference, the post-fight press conference after the Triple G fight, when he was like, guys, you're making me mad and I'm tired. Okay, no more questions. Now, it's not that I do not want to fight other Mexican. I fight anybody. But I feel like when he said we said, I feel like, yeah, if he got to fight him, he'll fight him.
But he said he wasn't fighting any more Mexicans, especially when it came to the name David Benavidez. He wanted to make sure he freaking put that shit in parentheses. He ain't fighting no more Mexicans. But he lost trying to go up there and get the belt at 175 with Bivol, WBA. So if Zerto beats Bivol,
which
he has to keep his word, dog. He has to keep his word,
Bivol.
man. I want to see Zerto fight.
I don't know. I don't know, Big Blunts. I don't know. I got Zerto beating Bivol.
I don't see it, man. We watched. I'm just going off of the film study I seen over on Gym Shit, and apparently for Zerto, for how big he is, he don't use his size. He getting pushed around, moved around, bullied around, and with the way Bivol work, he gonna take advantage of that and get Zerto the fuck up out of there.
It's difficult. I like Zerto, but I thought about what you asked the other night too. Because I'll say I was going for Zerto because I met him on several occasions. But yeah, I agree, bro. Like Bivol, how he fought that fight against Canelo, how smart he was not to fall for the traps.
Mm-hmm.
How active he was when he did let his hands go. Strong dude. He's a true 175er. He might be a problem for Zerto, man. But I still got time, though. I still got time to make my choice.
I wanted to
But
ask
y'all
Jay.
always gloss over. Y'all always gloss over this fact. Not just you, but a lot of people do.
Who
That
is
little
you?
bitty dude was too small for Billy.
Who?
Alvarez. Alvarez is 5'7", 5'7.5" at best. He's too small for a
But y'all
6 foot,
was saying
6 foot
that when
one
he
Billy.
stepped up and fought
I
Kovalev, though.
said you now you know WCS. I said that when the fight got signed. Oh, he too little. He gonna
I'm
get his
just
ass.
saying.
He too
I
little. He
said
gonna get his ass.
y'all. I said y'all.
Yeah. He too little, man. He can't fuck with them dudes. That's why he don't want to fuck with. He don't want to fuck with Zerto. Zerto too big. Canelo
Hey,
knows.
Jay,
Canelo's not no dummy, man. He thought he
Jay,
could cherry pick Bivol. He thought he could bully Bivol and lure Bivol into some shit. But when he hit Bivol with them shots and Bivol ate him and kept coming, he's like, fuck. This is gonna be a long night.
I'm trying to see. This nigga said, J.A. said, how you gonna fight someone that's ducking? Who you was talking about, bro? I was
Hami
stuck on
McGill.
that for a minute.
He's talking about Hami McGill. I'm pretty sure he was talking about Hami McGill.
How you gonna fight? So Jaime, who's ducking? Jaime or Maul?
Hami.
They say Jaime ducking Maul.
Hami was
Okay.
ducking Maul.
Short Charlo. Let me see.
He
I
said,
think
yes,
Maul
Law
is-
versus Triple G has been ordered to get rid of one of them belts. Hey, man, first of all, Ayers landed Law. Nobody really been looking for him, but he's moved up and he's got this new fighting style now that he's much more aggressive. Okay, all right, let's see it. You know what I'm saying? God damn, man.
all right, yeah, he clarified. I'm gonna get ducking that smoke for sure.
How he gonna fight somebody that's ducking him? Yep.
Charlo
WBC
not
got to
ducking
chill with
nobody.
all these belts.
Hey Jay, if Charlo not ducking nobody, then why he ain't getting busy? Why he staying inactive? Especially if his wife coming out saying he ain't got no money, he finna lose his house. Shit, I'll be outside trying to fight everybody and their mom. Bro, I'm
He
finna lose my crib,
got
dog.
a back injury, didn't he?
Yeah,
a
they
back
say he
injury,
hurt his
didn't
back. He stepped into a pothole. You know that could really wrench your back and fuck you up.
or stepped on the
Dang.
back of his wife's neck. I don't know.
Yeah,
dog.
something like that. You
Right.
know, I'm just saying. I'm with Big Blunts though. I'm with Big Blunts though. You've been a champion in that division for 5 years, and in 5 years, you have not fought another champion in your division. So is that about them or is that about you? Because your brother out here getting it in.
Hey,
Your
look.
brother out here getting it in.
Yeah, your brother out here putting in work. Dandada, hey, you got to be talking about Canelo. He said he will fight anybody if he needs to. It's a translation error. So that's what I'm thinking. If Zerto does win, which again I think he won't, based off what I seen on the film, that if Canelo got to fight him, he gonna fight him. But because that's what I was asking you, OG, is like, yeah, you said you're not gonna fight him, you got to stand on your word. You don't fight him, then your reign at, you know what I'm saying, either you, like, what you gonna do? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is you gonna do, bro? At 75, you gonna keep going up there and playing around, or you gonna stay at 68 and fight somebody at 68 who want that belt? It's like you're gonna be fucked. You're gonna be assed out.
Well, it's kind of the same situation that we have it. We're gonna have it welterweight. Is that the mandatory is gonna start to come in? You know what I'm saying? The WBC ordered David Benavidez to fight Canelo at one point in time. Then he's gonna have to do it or vacate.
But then along with that, with them mandating shit, you might fuck around and get all that. Oh, I'm injured. Oh, all these excuses and reasons as to why niggas can't fight their mandatories, and you never know, man. Again, like you said, hocus pocus shit. I'm hearing if it's no Bivol, it's Charlo or the IBF Mando. Sheesh. For Canelo.
Hey Sheldon, did you hear what Blunt just said just then?
What did he say?
No, I'm saying, did you hear him via the on audio? Because I switched my audio. I didn't know if he was still able to be heard though.
No. I heard what he said. He said something about you talking about these guys fighting the mandatories, Blunts?
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if the audio was
Yeah,
coming
these guys need to clean up all these divisions, man. Somebody needs to go on over there and stop, well, I don't know what kind of contract they got with Al. They might not be allowed to. But somebody's going over there and get that Janice back and try to get that strap off him. You know what I'm saying? And then fight the rest of these dudes. Get all these dudes together, man. They need to fight.
Yeah, they need
Let's
to
get
fight.
this shit over with. You know what I'm saying? You've been holding on. You niggas holding up the division, man. You holding it up. It was different back in the day when Hagler was holding it up because Hagler was fighting everybody. He didn't give a damn who it was. Bring him on. He the guy? Bring him. That's the guy? Bring him.
Hey, D-Lo
These
said,
dudes don't move like that.
D-Lo said Canelo ain't fighting no damn Zerto. He clearly said he wants the Bivol rematch. If Bivol beats Zerto, he clearly said he wants the Bivol rematch if Bivol beats Zerto, but he wants Zerto to win. So how in the fuck? So how in the, hold on, D-Lo. How that you gotta explain that to me. Canelo ain't fighting no damn Zerto. He said he wants the Bivol rematch if Bivol beats Zerto.
Correct.
But he wants Zerto to win. What? If you ain't fighting Zerto,
he's saying Canelo wants Zerto to win.
Canelo knows what it is. That's the translation.
So Canelo wants Zerto to win,
but
it's kind of like playing games because he's saying he gonna fight no Mexican, but he wants Zerto to win, which makes no sense because he got a loss against Bivol. He would surely want Bivol to win so he can go up there and try to fight him again. You know what I'm saying? Because he said if Zerto wins, he's not fighting either one of them. He said he ain't fighting Bivol or Zerto.
So what the fuck?
Here's the thing, bro.
That's out of Canelo's mouth.
Canelo is not. Canelo is a lot of things, but one thing he's not is stupid. Canelo's not a dumb man. He knows that he ain't got shit for Bivol. They could fight 10 times and Bivol probably beat him 8. He knows that. You know what I'm saying? He don't want no more parts of that dude. That's why he wants Zerto to win. Because if Zerto wins, that absolves him of taking another ass whooping from Bivol. Because he can't beat that guy. How
do we know he can beat Zerto?
He can't beat Zerto either. He knows that too. Can't beat either one of them.
Like it's a reason.
He can't beat either one of them.
They did spar. I mean, maybe Canelo. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
He can't beat either one of them.
That's the avenue I was taking. That bunch.
He can't beat either one of them. Dudes. Put it this way. I'll make it clear.
He sparred him though, bro.
I'll make it clear for you.
Familiarity.
Canelo can't beat the dude from England, Anthony Yarde. He can't beat that dude. I'll make it clear for you. He can't beat that dude.
We don't know what's up.
I know. I'll bet the house on. He can't beat that dude. He can't beat that dude.
He just took a loss not too long ago, bro.
He can't beat that dude. We're
talking about if Anthony Yarde, if his whole mental state is there. I know. I talked to him and his coach when I was in NYC.
Yeah. I remember.
So what? I got two different stories from them. I asked him. I said, "Coach, talking about that last loss. What are we looking at? Why is that the case?"
Right.
And then Anthony Yarde say, "Oh, we just need a second set of eyes after that fight and this, that, and the other." He was kind of saying he needed something fresh to look at. And then his coach said, the what?
The Lyndon Arthur fight you talking about? They got beat.
Yeah, right. Yep, the second one, second loss. Yeah. His coach said it was things out of the ring that was affecting Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde said he needed a different set of eyes. But his coach said it was things out of the ring that was affecting him that fight. It proved because he came back in there and got the win in dominating fashion. So you make the choice, dog. Like, was it something that was affecting him out the ring, or did Anthony feel he needed a second set of eyes, a different set of eyes on that shit? I'm telling you, bro. Like, I don't know. He got to come in there focused. There's something going on. But shout out to Anthony Yarde, man. Cool cat, bro. Down to earth, man. Cool as a fan.
I just don't think that I think just Alvarez is just too small for that division. I don't think he can beat any of the top guys up there. I don't think he beats Buatsi. I don't think he beats Joe Smith. I don't think he beats none of them dudes. Because he's too little.
Very selective, though. He is very selective on who he fights.
He's too little.
But look, you can say he's too little, but his selection process is champions.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the guys up there now
believe that he can't beat people. He's going up there fighting champions.
Okay. Well,
he ain't
the guys that are champions, okay, I hear you. So the guys that are champions now, or Bivol and Better Be It. Which one of them he beats?
Look, see, you asking the question that's off of what we're talking about. He already lost to Bivol, so he's out of the equation. But Turbiev,
hey, I'll be right back. I got a call, bro. I got a call. I'll be right back.
But Turbiev is very tough fight. So I don't if he can't beat freaking Bivol, I don't see him beating Turbiev. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. But the only thing I was saying is when it comes to Canelo, when he selects his opposition in another weight class, it's always a champion.
Hold up, OG. Don Dada, dog. My nigga said, y'all keep acting like Bivol versus Canelo was a blowout. It was not. But what do you mean? Niggas gave Canelo 2 rounds, if that, in that fight, bro. Everybody said that, bro. They scored that shit 10-2. If not, we had niggas scoring that shit 11-1. The ref and them, the judges and them automatically gave Canelo like 4 rounds off the rip just cause.
Yeah, they was trying
Man,
they was trying to jack off motherfucking Bivol from that win. They was giving Canelo the rounds that Bivol was winning early in the fight. So that shit was somewhat like a blowout, dog.
It was a blowout, dog. I'm telling you, it was a blowout, dog. Canelo looked bad.
He looked bad, man. Look,
tired,
Canelo was
gassed, and all that.
against the ropes, just trying to find out what to do and shit. Looking like El DeBarge up that mud, damn dancing and shit. like that motherfucker was just up there, just standing around, man, like he's scapping tickets. Man, come on, bro. That shit was that was easy. That was easy there, Dundada. What you doing?
Said we not seeing Canelo get hit a lot, so it was biased.
Hey, brother, I gotta make a run right quick. I'll be right back.
All right,
brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Canelo was nowhere close. You know what I'm saying? He was nowhere close to winning that fight, bro.
Close to winning. On the scorecards now, you know, they was trying to
of course
jack Bivol over.
You saw the scorecards last night with Ocampo and Fundora. They stretched them shits wider than they needed to be. It was not that far apart. Canelo has said he wasn't gonna fight Yard if Yard beat Kovalev. Seriously, I see Canelo beating Yard if Yard beat Kovalev. So that's crazy. Yeah, Canelo don't need to be Canelo don't need to be at 175, man.
Mark my word, people. Canelo is going to be a 5-division champion before he retires. They just trying to find out what division. Mauricio Suleiman trying to find out what division that they can slide him into to pick up that 5th division title. But at 168, it's very technical on what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Very technical what he's trying to do. He just dispersed of Gennady Golovkin. So I would rather him fight somebody like a freaking Benavidez. I don't want to see him fight Caleb Plant for a second time. I definitely don't want to see him fight Anthony Durrell. You know, the only person right now at 68 I want to see him fight is Benavidez. And Benavidez seems like he really wants to step up and go to 175. Like that. You know, fight up there.
Do you think that if Beterbiev can become undisputed at 175, he will move up to cruiserweight? How Usyk left cruiserweight for heavyweight. Didn't Usyk leave cruiserweight for heavyweight?
Yeah, he left cruiserweight for heavyweight.
All right, so yeah, you think or would you like to see? That's a better question I should ask. Would you like to see Beterbiev leave 175 if he makes undisputed and go up to cruiserweight? Would you like to see him stay?
This how he's feeling. Like undisputed, he's pretty much closed out 75 if he does it. So if he chooses to try to go up to a cruiserweight division where it's wide open, you know what I'm saying? It's wide open for somebody like him, 37 years old, to go up to cruiserweight and try to get another championship at that weight class. I would suggest he do it, but sometimes, you know, fighters get all those belts. They want to at least get one paycheck with them. But with that paycheck, people, come sanctioning fees. Remember that. There's a reason why these dudes don't stay undisputed for a long period of time now, and they're not touching M's like Jacob said. They get off them motherfuckers because they got to pay sanctioning fees, bro. So to answer your question, yeah, vacate them motherfuckers, move up the cruiserweight.
Wow, I didn't know Zerto was at 168 for years.
Yeah, he was at 168 for a while. And like nobody, like the 2 times I interviewed him, he was at 168. I was asking, I said, what's your plans, man? And then I just, I want to fight this person, that person. He really fought nobody of notoriety.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking fights.
Yeah, 40-something fights, right? Like, come on, man.
Dundada said it don't matter. Canelo don't fight at 175. He already chased greatness and became a full-fledged champ.
It's good to have advocates in everybody's chat. Dundada's riding heavy for Canelo. Hey, man, I ain't mad at you, bro. Do what you got to do, man. I ain't mad at you. He has chased greatness enough, enough of it so he can be praised to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Oh, that's crazy. Look, okay, with D'Lo and what King just said, Usyk is talking maybe going back to cruiser as well. I think Beterbiev will move up if he unifies the division. He's already not making the weight easy, and he's not a young guy. But he's only got 18 fights. He doesn't have that many fights. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's got, even though he's a little older, he doesn't have so much wear and tear without having so many fights. But if Usyk does move down, which I don't see him doing with all the shit that's going on at heavyweight anytime soon, but if Usyk does move down and Beterbiev moves up, I think that's a fucking outstanding fight, especially if both can become undisputed in their divisions that, well, we already know one is, but I think that's Usyk, a great fight.
Beterbiev, if that fight, yeah, a forecasted type fight. Hell yeah, that'll be good. But why would Usyk go down to cruiserweight? Just unless it's just temporary, because most of the money that he can make at heavyweight will supersede anything he can make at cruiserweight. That's going up to heavyweight, become unified champion, then moving back down to cruiserweight. Why? Because it's no big names for people to talk about for him to get paid the way he's getting paid at heavyweight. The way he's gonna benefit a heavyweight. Yeah, so if you want to go back down there and fight Beterbiev, if that fight happened, that'll be cool.
But heavyweight seemed like the place for him. You still got Wilder on the table. You still got Andy Ruiz on the table. Yeah. You still got Fury on the table. Joyce on the table. I mean, it's a lot of money up there for Usyk that he could make.
Man, that comment sounds good. That Blunts. It sounds good to say that Usyk's moving back down to cruiserweight, but it'll be asinine to believe without him facing somebody like a Wilder and Joyce and all the names you just mentioned. Why would he do that? Why would he leave all that money on the table?
Man, crazy.
Why? I don't think Usyk is afraid of losing his O. I don't think that at all. But if he's gonna fight Wilder or he's gonna fight whoever he's gonna fight, he's definitely gonna make a pretty good paycheck.
Yeah. D'Lo says Zerto struggled to get fights at 168 for the same reason Benavidez does. Sheesh. I'd like to see that. If Benavidez does move up, I wouldn't shoot straight for Beterbiev. Go fight Zerto.
But he make a partial point. I agree with D'Lo. You cannot put David Benavidez and Zerto in the same category as far as why they didn't receive those fights at 68. When Zerto was at 68, you asked majority of the people on here, hey, did they know he was at 68 at the time? They're going to say, hell no.
Hell no, I didn't.
Yeah, nobody knew he was at 68. He was just chilling, man, like he was winning, but nobody knew. Everybody knows Benavidez is at 68. They know. They can tell you when he lost his title, why he lost his title, who he beat for his title. They know. But so I can't agree with you on that. A hundo, what I'm saying, when it comes down to them being in 68 for the same reason and people treated them the same. No. People know who David Benavidez is, man. They didn't know who the fuck Zerto was, though. You know, Turbiev and Usyk have already fought a time or two or three. They know each other well, but you know, the professional ranks are different. Professional ranks are different, man. Seriously, if they was to meet up at cruiserweight, it'll be great. Especially after what they've achieved. The Turbiev unify the light heavyweight, and then former undisputed unified champion Usyk, they clash at cruiserweight. What is going to be the damn prize? What's going to be the reward, though? Bragging rights? It ain't a reward there, man. What's going to be the reward? For real. They got to pick up a title or something. What's going to be the rewards? They just going to fight for bragging rights?
Yeah.
Usyk said he's struggling with heavyweight training and packing on weight and keeping it. Roy left a bunch of money on the table after Ruiz fight. Bro, the way you're talking about Usyk fighting one of the bigger heavyweights in Joshua twice. Joshua has been high as 254, 255. And he beat Joshua. He had more endurance than Joshua. So who else is out there? You know what I'm saying? That all of a sudden he'll have struggles with. Each fight, he should progressively get better with packing on weight. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have to pack on a tremendous amount of weight to win. You know, for a while, you know, Deontay Wilder was considered one of the smaller heavyweights in the sport, and he was still stopping dudes. So I don't know where Usyk is going with this. Like, his paychecks is definitely not going to be the same at cruiserweight, bro. Sergey Kovalev at cruiserweight now, maybe making he start a rivalry with Usyk. You know what I'm saying? Sergey Kovalev up that motherfucker now.
D-Lo. What? Hold on right there, OG. Usyk has already got his big money bouts. Usyk ain't even, as far as, man, I hear what you're saying, but, you know, he made a hell of a lot of money for this Anthony Joshua fight, the second one. But there's still so many big ass fights on the table, dog. Fury and Usyk, I feel like, man. Yeah, like King just said, there's bigger money for Usyk to get now, though. Fighting Beterbiev is moving backwards at this point. Wilder Fury triples what he'll make. I'm saying he could have a trilogy fight with any of them niggas, right? Joe Joyce, imagine Usyk fighting Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce getting all this hype right now. I mean, shit. Oh, Don Dada said that Usyk has fought. Wait, hold on. Who said? I thought somebody. Oh yeah. D-Lo did say he got his big bouts already. Man, no, I don't think so. Not all of them.
D-Lo, I don't know if you had a typo there, but D-Lo said something about Zerto. Zerto was a WBC champ. No, he wasn't, bro. I told you I talked to the man. He was the WBO champion, bro. Where was this WBC coming to affect that? What was that?
He corrected it, OG. He corrected OG.
Okay.
Yeah, he said WBO. My bad.
But the goddamn O and the C are a long ways away from each other on the keyboard, dog. I'm just saying, dog. But we all make mistakes. Hey, I'm not gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say, hey, you know, we all make mistakes. We're imperfect. God damn it.
What they say?
Usyk has fought heavyweights before. He was cruiser undisputed. There's bigger money for Usyk. There's bigger money for Usyk to get now, though. Fighting Beterbiev is moving backwards at this point. Wilder Fury triples that he made. I agree with that. Like, he would be going backwards to cruiserweight, in my opinion. Especially if you're talking about the roster. The roster doesn't compare what's going on in the heavyweight division at all, especially if he's a champion, bro. Especially if he's a champion. And then what? Why we excluding this shit? Why we excluding the big shit though? Why we excluding Fury versus Usyk for damn near 80 million a piece or whatever the case may be, dog. I
Well,
can see
look,
if he's fighting Fury for undisputed and he got the 80 mil, 90 mil. Then I say, okay, fuck it. Go do what you want. Go fight what you want.
what you say about what you think about what you just? I mean, that right there. What's next as far as progression for Usyk? Fury, Joyce, or Wilder? I think all of them is next as far as progression, right? I think that's all progression.
Fury is definitely progression. All three of them, yeah. I mean, Fury especially because he has a WBC title. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That's crazy progression because it allows him the opportunity to become undisputed in second division. That's just like, yeah, go ahead.
yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right. I think the fight with Joyce is more for Joyce's progression, but to see if Joyce is really what people think he is, and if he can get past the champion in Usyk. If that fight were to take place, I don't really know. When I look at the Usyk versus Wilder fight, I think I only see that taking place on Wilder's behalf to get belts back in Wilder's hands and basically to see if Usyk can withstand one of them mean ass right hands. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's all progression.
If Usyk beats Joe Joyce, the people are gonna say he was old anyway, and they was fast tracking him. But we talking about the best fight, the best, bro. Like what's going on with this heavyweight undisputed? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's size of the street again. Like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on with that? It can't be size of the street. There's never been good money at cruiser. Heavyweight is definitely where the money is. Usyk may be using this as a play because Fury on that BS. He has also said he wants Wilder. I mean, if he wants Wilder, like I mentioned, if he wants Wilder, let's see it. That's all I'm saying. Let's see it. Let's see the fight, man. But Wilder has, this week he has Hellenius, so we gotta see that shit. We gotta see his return fight, and then hopefully we get some fight that Usyk is on the possibility for Wilder the attempt to fight for those not undisputed unified titles at heavyweight. No, I was saying those are the next steps in progression. I wasn't asking which one is progression. Okay, for sure. No doubt, D-Lo. Appreciate you. Thanks for clarifying that, bro. The text can be, man, the text can be like goddamn Scrabble sometime. But yeah, them names would be progression fights. But obviously, him fighting for the unified titles, that's legacy. And definitely it moves him forward, to a big money fight. It's a lot of money in that undisputed, but it seems like nobody's trying to talk about that shit, dog. Like they was when Wilder was coming out of arbitration. And when there was Wilder coming out of arbitration, he was in arbitration, it was Fury versus Joshua. Now that Joshua has lost the motherfucking belt since then, they act like they don't even want to see Usyk and Fury. They wanted goddamn, Eddie Hearns wanted to make Joshua Fury, bro. The dirty side of boxing, man, as always.
Yeah.
They trying to give Anthony Joshua a shot at Fury, and he's coming off a loss. Must be nice.
Crazy.
Let me see. He fought Joe Joyce in WBS. Kovalev is at cruiser. Yeah, we mentioned that. Kovalev is at cruiser now. But nobody's going to look for Kovalev, bro. I saw him at freaking on the Richard Comey, Vasyl Lomachenko, man. He was out there outside the hotel. You know what I'm saying? He looks so small though. I mean, it might have been the jacket. It might have been a coat he had on. There wasn't no female with him, so that was a good thing. See, Usyk versus Joyce have fought in the World Boxing Super Series as well, and it was a good fight. Joyce is much improved. They're both old. I like all those fights for Usyk. Wilder's a huge payday for Usyk and Wilder. I mean, Wilder's a huge payday for Usyk, and Wilder's still a top 3 heavyweight. Fury is the undisputed fight for Usyk. And big money. Joyce has said it's just a solid fight. All better fights than Beterbiev at cruiser. Yeah, but I agree with that. Beterbiev, stepping the cruiser. He has his name, and he has momentum coming up if he is to freaking become undisputed. But even with unification, he still has that momentum coming up from freaking light heavyweight. He still has it. You know what I'm saying? He still has it. He only has one more title that's out there, the WBA. And I don't know. We don't even know if that's going to happen if Bivol beats Zerto. We don't even know if that's going to happen. Usyk is with Igas, so I expect him to be able to get the fights he wants. If he gets Wilder, if Wilder gets Usyk, so to speak, because Usyk has the titles, I'd be surprised, man. I'll say, damn, boxing is not jacking us over, right now or whatever. I'd be surprised. Seriously. D'Lo said he was drinking vodka. I did not. I cannot confirm nor deny that I seen a glass in his hand. You know what I'm saying? I can neither confirm or deny. You know what I'm saying? That Kovalev had a glass in his hand, for real. You have any final words, Bunt? I'm about to get up out here, man. You got any final words, OG?
Nah, I don't. I appreciate you for having me on, man. Hopefully I'll see you on this motherfucker later. It's still early, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Condoling to your grandmother, man, as always, to the family.
Appreciate you.
And everything.
For sure, appreciate that.
Those of you that turned in, man, shout out to y'all for supporting the channel and interacting with the topic. As always, you already know, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you didn't. Until next time, turn up and tune in the World Combat Sports.